see anything about kindergarten. Maybe it's just me. Are you okay? This cat thing will take it.
You know, when I was little and I fell, I got a Band-Aid and a kiss. You know what I get now? I get a martini and a date. You know what? I was remembering my first sexual experience. It was in 2 parts. I was remembering it on the way over here. I was taking the subway and I was watching myself, my reflection, in the window across from me. It had something to do with woods in the next door neighborhood, of course. It was all kind of hazy. I was wearing one of those stretchy rainbow belts with the little clips that clipped together. That's the first part. The second part has something to do with acorns. You know, it's surprising how very little I remember about being a kid. And when I do remember, it's all just like flashes, you know? It's like being in a subway car and suddenly you go through a station and it's bright light and then it's dark again, you know? It's all illuminated for 1 instant and then it's gone. And it's not always painful, you know, it's not always sad, and it's not always happy. And it usually makes absolutely no sense at all. It usually has something to do with a face, or a look, or a smell, or a touch. Or a touch. Don't touch it.
You know, these experiences, these thoughts that you have, they're not unique to just you. I think it's an extremely selfish thing to think that you're the only experiences.
Everybody experiences it over and over and over. I don't know. It's the same thing, it's just different varieties of it. Only you can't really order one up, you know, like an ice cream. You can't order one up. I mean, if it were my choice, I would be pistachio, but I'm not pistachio for the most part.
You're chocolate chip.
I wish that everything could be a little bit more tangible, you know. I wish that I could take a memory, or I could take a feeling, and I could draw it or hold it or something, so I could hold on to it for a little bit longer, so I could understand it a little better. But I can't, you know. They're just like little flashes. Little flashes. Oh, I don't really fucked up.
You are. So, let's take it from last time.
Supposing we got together and talked about it in a quiet place then.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Supposing we got together and we talked about it in a quiet place then. I like it.
The quiet is fine, but you haven't been around much lately. All I hear is quiet. I'd like to hear a little noise as well.
The noise is distracting.
I would kill for a distraction or two.
My cat died.
I know your
She was
cat.
killed. She was killed by some wild animal. She was all beaten up to a pulp, and her eye was taken out of her
we
head.
just.
I had to throw her in a garbage can
Pages,
because I couldn't find a place to bury her in the fucking city!
You could have just put her in the exterminator. Or the incinerator, rather.
The city is such a weird place, man. It's like we've created this totally artificial environment. And now these kids that are coming into the world are working off this artificial environment. I mean, this artificial environment is creating masks and costumes and ideas that aren't even real, that have nothing to do with what they really are. It's all costumes. And they're walking on a costume, an idea. Pavement. Concrete. Buildings. There's no place to fucking breathe! It's hot. It's too hot for humans. Don't you sort of wonder why it gets so hot in the city?
No. No, I don't wonder why it's hot in the city.
Because killing ourselves or something. We're creating a microwave environment. Turn it on high, leave it on for 2 minutes. Instant tortellini. We got microwave toast. Frozen toast. Figure if you can afford a microwave, you can afford a toaster, right? Don't you think it takes longer to defrost a piece of toast than it takes to toast a piece of toast?
How about freezing a piece of toast? Why don't we have microwaves to freeze things?
No, it's not. I'd like to be suspended animation. I'd like to be frozen. I'd like to get over this for a while. I'd like to sleep for a really long time. Like 1,000 years.
And you'd come back in 1,000 years and be a complete misfit and be a freak. Because everyone will be different, everyone will be perfect. And you'd stand out like a sore thumb because you didn't look just like them.
Maybe everyone would be dead.
And then what would you do? Do you think you died fairly shortly after?
I don't know.
Then you do know. You don't want it. You don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
First thing I do is I go to a grocery store. I find out if Twinkies were still around, and I'd see if they were still fresh.
Of course it I think it's kind of odd. The only time you get like this, these rehearsals, I've seen you at your house before. You never pulled this shit out of your house. Why do you pull this shit this time? I'm curious. I think that I don't have much time left. Chicken sandwich, please, to go. For that chicken sandwich, you gotta be able to love it. We're gonna have a lot of time left before.
Because I'm naked at home.
That's what's so funny about fashion. Everyone is just so damn naked underneath. Don't you agree? I'm wearing and you're wearing clothes. It's the same thing. Like a bum isn't allowed to take a bottle of booze out in the street unless he has a paper bag over it. We're not allowed to walk around unless we have clothes on. It's all the same.
I'm naked up here. My house is safe. My house is dark and it's quiet. I'm naked up here because I can't put on a mask when I'm acting.
Thank you. Thanks, good. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
It's like when I get up here, there's this flowing thing. It's like I crack open and all I am inside is this little pasty white stink thing. I can't hide up here.